What's going on, people? Blessed and manners and respect. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, whatever time it is where you guys are. You know what I mean? We're here back again. Riley and Jigga at it. You know what I mean? Jigga, what's going on, man? It's been a second,
Yeah,
bro.
bro. It's been a minute, bro. It's been a minute. I've been having a lot of people coming on my chat asking me, "Do you still talk to Riley? What happened?" They've been asking me.
Yeah.
I think one guy asked me, I think 2 weeks ago. He was like, "You still streaming with Riley? Why did you guys stop?" I'm like, "Nah, bro. We're gonna be back. We're gonna be back." But they've been asking, bro. They've been asking.
It's just circumstances, man. Sometimes the workload gotta be hectic. And you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And what I didn't want to do is the commitment at a certain time was kind of rough for
yeah,
me. You know what I mean?
mm,
If you notice my streams, I come in and I stream whatever time I get in. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
yeah,
the commitment at that time was just a little bit tough for me and all of that. And there are days when you're just up and down, man. There are days when really just up and down and it's just a lot.
the, yeah.
So
The
sometimes
time
you
is
have to
not.
just take a break and catch yourself and just go ahead.
Mm,
You know what I mean? That's all it was. You know what I mean? But we are doing it still. You know what I mean? Still pushing hard. You know what I mean? Non-stop. You know?
yeah.
What about you? What you been up to?
I've been here, bro. I've been pushing, big up to the chat, big up to the community, the Riley's world. I've been watching you from the background, but I've been here, bro. I've been pushing. Obviously, there's a lot of madness going on. I think we'll talk about that. But I've been here, bro. I've been trying to push. The family is good, we thank God. And let's see if Arsenal can do the double, bro. Let's see if Arsenal can do the double.
Hey, they're better. They're better. We have never actually won a double. We've never done it
Mm,
back to back. You know what I
nah,
mean?
we've never.
So we're treading in some new waters, some deep waters. You get me? We're
Yeah,
treading in some deep waters, and we need to make sure that we can swim. You understand what I'm
right.
saying? And that's where this transfer window comes in. You know what I mean? We
Oh.
need to make sure that this transfer window is practicing our swimming. All right, we're going to drown out there in the ocean, man. You know what I mean? we, we can't afford to do that. You get me? We have to
Yeah,
keep our
bro.
head above water and just make sure that people understand who we are. We don't want to be a
We
one-hit wonder. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah,
like
we don't
Liverpool
want
did.
we
You
don't want to be a
understand? Yeah,
Liverpool. You know what I'm
yeah. We
saying?
want
We,
we want to be like City dominating 3-4 years.
yes,
We
yes.
need
I,
to be
I
like
I
that.
was looking at Chelsea. I think he's a Chelsea fan. I don't know, bro. I'm confused about these content creators, I mean, because I don't know what team they support. All these content creators are just Arsenal, and they don't support Arsenal. But it's like I don't understand what to say about them. They make content out of Arsenal more than me and you that are Arsenal content creators. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it was there and it was saying, yo, we just finished the Pep Guardiola dynasty and we're now
Mm.
going into the Arsenal and Arteta dynasty. We can't even get a break. You know what I mean?
Nah,
so that,
bro.
that
The thing now I seen with these content creators is they know that the Arsenal fans are very very lively on the social media. They if even if you see the talk shows on the radios, this talk sports and everything, they all target Arsenal fans. They know they'll get a reaction, bro. And
I,
which
I,
better team to talk about?
hey, Arsenal is selling right now, man. Arsenal sells right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm, mm.
Let's start in the Premier League, man. Where's the start? You know what I mean? Let's start with these managers domino effect. So we haven't talked for a long time. So we have to start
Yeah,
somewhere. You know what I mean? We have to start somewhere. This manager situation where pretty much the top six changes manager besides Arsenal. You know what I mean?
Mm.
What's your take on all of these changes and how good is it for some of these teams? And
I think Chelsea and Liverpool have good managers. Chelsea and Liverpool have good managers, but he's coming from a different league, so we will have to see how he's gonna do. Ariola is a proven guy. He's proven. He took Bournemouth to qualifying. I think Bournemouth finished sixth, right? And then Maraska as well. He has
is
a
it
good
six or
track record.
seven?
Yeah, I think sixth or seventh. And then Maraska as well. Yeah, Maraska, the problem with Maraska is he has a strong backing, bro. You already see the way they are spending money. And Maraska is Pep 2.0. He's basically copying and pasting, but it's going to be a process for all these new managers. Whereas for Arteta, we are not even in the process. We are way ahead in the process, so we should dominate. I don't want to say it now, but we definitely going to be favorites again.
But speaking about Maresca, how good do you think Maresca was at Chelsea? I don't think he was exceptional.
Yeah, but at Chelsea, there were a lot of issues, right? You saw after he was talking about they didn't allow him to play. Like if the player's injured, you need to play like 50 minutes but at Chelsea he did this thing, bro. He won this trophy as well. He beat PSG. Remember that final? Of course, he didn't go so far, but I think as a decent manager, the problem with City is you have a strong backing financially. You understand? So you're able to get all the players you need. Even until now, they want to get Boade as well. They want to get Enzo Fernandez. So you just imagine, you know.
How do you rate him?
I'll give him I'll give him a 6 out of 10. I'll give him a 6 out of 10.
No, that's a low rating. So he ain't that fantastic in your eyes.
Yeah, until he doesn't, bro. Until he does, he's above average. He's a decent coach, Until
that's just above average. 6 out of 10.
Yeah, because you until they prove themselves, bro, these managers that they can win or they can be in that. Because the problem is all of them, they've never been in a title race. It's gonna be Arteta only who's gonna be there. Who else has been? None of them has been in the title race.
And it's so crazy. Speaking about Arteta only, Arteta is the longest manager in the Big Six.
That is the thing. And Arteta has suffered. You remember Arteta suffering second. So he's definitely gonna come and he's gonna be the vengeance is gonna be there, bro.
It's a blessing though, because I don't think I would feel this good about. A trophy is a trophy. I feel good about it regardless. But I don't think I'll feel this complete about this trophy if Arteta had won it this season when Pep is gone. It just gives a different feeling. It's more welcoming that we got this trophy while Pep was still there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So what's next for what's next for Tottenham? Let's move on to Tottenham. What's next for Tottenham? Tottenham in this transfer market by like they're playing cricket. Just keep on hitting 6. It's like they're not throwing a bunch of 3-pointers.
See, spending money is a good thing, but what is going to happen on the field is a totally different thing. You saw Liverpool spend $500 million, bro, and then what happened next season? You saw what happened. So
they got the community rolling in. They got the community rolling in.
Yeah, big up to
everybody.
Big up to everyone.
Toxic and blah, big up on yourself.
So signings are good, bro, but at the end of the day, is it gonna work on the pitch? That is gonna be another thing. But of course, I feel like Tottenham have learned their lesson. I think they finished 17th. The other time they finished 7th. I think below, just near relegation. So I'm sure they've learned their lesson. They've seen the light now. That is why the owners have brought in so much money. But their manager is a decent one, bro. But let's see how they'll perform. I'm not really excited. I really need to see how the team is going to be. But they've brought in something. The squad is going to be a good one. The squad is going to be a good one.
I was telling people that Tottenham need to get relegated. A lot of persons will say, no, they need to stay because it's a guaranteed 3 points and it's guaranteed 6 points. It wasn't even 3. Then everybody was saying it's a guaranteed 3 points, Riley. What are you talking about? I'm like, bro, this is a North London derby. Ain't nothing about it is guaranteed. They play crap all season, and when they reach us, they play like they're prime Barcelona. You know what I'm saying? So I was keep on saying to anybody who would listen that Tottenham need to go down. I can do without the North London derby for 2 seasons, man. Give me a break. We have enough London teams to deal with. Yeah. So now to see this same thing coming on, Tottenham behaving like they went to Dubai and pick up some of that oil or something and just come back selling and spending free money. You know what I mean? Tonali, Fernandez, those are 2 solid defensive midfield. It's like they have a base now. They have a foundation. They have something to build the team around.
Yeah.
Plus they have that number 10. What's his name? Simmons.
Madson.
They have Madison and they have Simmons, right?
Yeah, they have Simmons as well.
You know what I'm saying? So there ain't no fluke this time around. I'm saying because they were letting him go left, right, and center. You know what I mean? Kuti is leaving because he wasn't really good. I don't think he liked Tottenham, man.
Yeah.
How can he be a Tottenham captain and don't even like the club? I don't think he actually liked that damn club. You know what I mean? But yeah,
it looks good on the paper, you know. But we will need to see once the season starts, you know. We will need to see once if the players are gonna click and everything. But they have a lot of options, bro. That is the good thing. They have a lot of options. So, and they had players who were injured again last season. Those players are gonna be back as well. So it's gonna be a good squad, you know. It's gonna be a good squad. But they'll be playing one game a week anyway, so they have all the time in the world, but because they're playing one game a week, we're gonna see them because they're gonna be like now we will do the same thing we did with United. They need to get top four because United was playing one game a week the last time. That's the
it's crazy though. It's crazy. We have the likes of Man United, we have the likes of Tottenham, Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea. You know what I mean? Those two teams are two big teams. They're part of the Big Six, and they only have one game a week to play. You know what I mean? So I mean, like plenty rest. You know what I mean? And speaking about that, Taxi says Spurs spending all their money this transfer season to do anything to not get relegated.
Exactly. That's all.
Well, they needed to do that though. You know what I mean? It's obvious that they could not go into the season with that same squad. That's back to back relegation. They happened to them.
The third time you're out, bro.
Trust me. You know what I mean? The moment if they ever find themselves back down there, that they ain't coming back. You know what I mean? They ain't coming back. But let's talk about Chelsea.
Chelsea also are also making a lot of signings. Chelsea, I think they signed the left back again today from Rayo Vallecano. They are making some decent signings. You know, of course they took Morgan Rogers.
They took Morgan Rogers.
But
700 player. Why do they need 740? They already have 700 players. Why do they need 740? Make that make sense. They only play one competition. What they do with so much players?
You know, in the preseason they lost to Tottenham. I think they lost to Tottenham. They lost to Juventus. You know,
they're going on good in preseason.
Yeah, but the manager is decent. Their manager is a decent one. Alonso, but Premier League is a different beast, you know.
Think about it, though, Jigga. Alonso is only proven one place.
Yeah, you know, and
he's only proven one place, and it wasn't really a much difficult league like that. He had a sterner test at Madrid, and he failed. You know what I mean? No, Madrid is not much different from Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? Much different. I mean, like, he seemed like a quiet guy. He seemed like a decent guy. But why is he attracted to toxic situations? He seemed to be attracted to toxic situations. What happened?
I think that the people were thinking he was going to join Liverpool. People were expecting him.
It was everybody's expectations, you know. I mean, just like Arteta giant Arsenal because he was a former player and his art is
But
here.
I think because Chelsea came first, Chelsea. So I think it ended up because I think he just basically needed a job. But Premier League is gonna need time, bro. It's gonna be 2-3 years. But Chelsea fans, I don't think they can stand it going 2-3 years without winning any. That is gonna be crazy for Chelsea fans. That's one thing I know. So you know that process we went through with Arteta, bro. Every time we were fighting on this live stream. So that is what they're gonna have to go through with Alonso. Next season is totally a write-off. Next season I don't count them. It's gonna be a write-off because.
Is it time for you to put some respect on my manager name? Huh? Do we have to come here and fight over this situation again this season? Do we? We don't have to fight over this situation this season, right? It's time for you to put some respect on my manager name, right?
It is time for you to put some respect on your crazy, bro.
No, your cards need to get sold, bro. Don't do that. Your cards need to get sold.
Then there we are, bro.
Your cards need to get sold. Let me pick up the chat. I haven't seen one of this person in a long time. Jordy, how are you, brother? How are you, Jordy? Hope all is well with you, man. I haven't seen you in a second. Hope you're staying blessed and staying okay. Naib in the building.
This guy, bro. This guy, you know. He
Naib.
always comes. He always comes at the wrong time, Naib, bro. He always
No,
comes at the wrong time.
Naib can't manage the champions no more. Naib comes like once a year.
Yeah.
Naib is like Santa Claus nowadays. He
And when
only
he's
comes around
coming,
once a year.
when he's coming, he knows there's something good for him to talk about. That is why he's coming. No, you know, you don't think he's just coming.
Who else have we talked about? Manchester United. Michael Carrick.
I think they're trying. Yeah, no, but yeah, bro. You know, United fans. What were they saying last season, bro? They were saying if Carrick would have joined earlier, they would have won the league. They were saying we'll be in the title race. Right. So we want to see this season, bro. We want to see now. He has a whole full season. We want to see them getting in the title race, doing everything they were talking about last season. You remember when Carrick joined? Carrick was going 5 games and beating Pep, beating Arteta.
Beating up,
They,
too.
yeah, you know, they were all hyped. So we want to see that progression. You know, we were waiting to see this season. Of course, they are trying to move on MLS, which I don't think is going to happen.
That will never happen, bro. Come on.
Nah. That's
Hold
not
on.
happening.
Let's not even talk about MLS for a second. If you look at the Arsenal midfield, right? You have Bruno Guimaraes that we just bought. We have him on a 5-year deal. Okay, good, and that's all good and dandy. Bruno Guimaraes is going to be 29 next month, right? Declan Rice is about what, 26 now?
I think 26, 27, yeah.
Right. Zubimendi is about 27. It doesn't look that old, but that's it. You know what I mean? It doesn't look that old, but yeah, Zubimendi is about 27, right? And who else we have? Miles Lewis-Kelly is 19. Miles Lewis-Kelly is the future of this Arsenal midfield.
You saw him in that PSG final. You saw him right in that PSG final.
Bro, he is the future of this Arsenal team. So I understand the ambition, because remember that Arsenal was linked with Manu when he was going through his stress and all of that. So I understand that the links is just links and it is what it is. You know what I mean? But talking about being ambitious, that's crazy. You know what I mean?
Anyway, the Arsenal midfield has I don't understand this whole thing that people are talking about. Bruno Guimaraes, 29 years old, is old. He's in his prime, bro.
No, man, is that the right age for us, man? We need him just now.
Bro. He's ready to go, you know. He's ready to hit the road and go and win now. We need proven players, bro. I think for the past 3-4 years, he's been one of the best midfielders, bro. You remember what he did to Jorginho in that game? Do you remember that game, right?
I ain't gonna lie. Jigga, Bruno Guimaraes is now an Arsenal player. And I'm going to defend him. So guess what I'm going to say? Jorginho died, bro. Be that good. Bruno Guimaraes is an Arsenal player and we defend our players, bro. You know what I'm saying? We defend our players. So I'm going to say Jorginho dies. You know what I mean? Jorginho is no longer at Arsenal. You know what I mean? So guess what? Jorginho died, man. But yeah, Bruno Guimaraes. I mean, like, if he plays for you, you love him. If he don't play for you, you hate him.
If you do,
you know what I mean? And I've been at war with Bruno Guimaraes for years. You know what I mean? Every time I see him touch a field, I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason now, I can't wait for him to come onto the field. Bro, big up the community again. Big up the community. Naive, Toxic said. Michelle. Naive said, hey Jigga, what's up? How you doing? Hey Riley, what's up? How you doing? Michelle said, champions of England. LOL, your name, Jigga.
How are you, Michelle? We sent you a good package. No, God, you didn't even say thank you. We are taking care of you. You
no manners at all. No respect. No regards for courtesy.
Oh my days.
No regard for courtesy. But it's all good.
Naib, how are you? So the midfield is good, bro. We have people who can fight, bro. If you want to fight, bro, we have Rice and Bruno Guimaraes who are ready there. Okay, if you want some finesse, if you want people who have some aura, some flair, there's Odegaard, you know. But I like Bruno because Bruno is going to be getting into the face of these guys, and that is what we need. But I have one question. Okay,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, but I have a question for you. Is Zubimendi getting dropped or what? I think he's getting dropped.
You think he's getting dropped? Well, that's exactly where I was going. So I guess we're thinking alike. Let's go to this midfield. Because we don't have 4 midfield in Nigeria, we have 5. Because people tend to forget that Marino is a midfielder.
Yeah.
We use him as a false 9 and so forth. So I wonder if he's going to have a change of role this season. But we have 5 midfielder. If I'm going to be nice, I'm going to take Marino out of that midfield because honestly, Marino doesn't really play midfield, to be honest. He's always behind the striker.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to move him away from the midfield. So I'm going to use the 4 that we got. Why is it that people tend to think that our midfield is too overpacked? And that's the reason why they think they can come and ask for Miles Lewis-Kelly. And previous link, I've seen Chelsea been linked with Zubimendi, and being that Real Madrid got an uppercut from Barcelona and they take away Rodri. You know what I mean? I see Zubimendi is linked with Real Madrid now as well. You know what I mean? But if you look at Arsenal team, right? Just look at Arsenal team. Arsenal ideal team is to have 2 players in every position.
Yeah.
Right? The midfield position is a 6 and an 8. Right? And if I'm going to consider my 6, I think my 2-6 is Declan Rice and Martin Zubimendi. And my 2-8 is Miles Lewis-Kelly and Bruno Guimaraes.
Bruno, yeah.
Right? So therefore, our midfield has just become complete. Our midfield has just become complete because we can change out a Declan Rice and put a Martin Zubimendi. We can change out a Bruno and put a Miles Lewis-Kelly. You know what I mean? So we are good going forward now and can rotate our players properly. And at any given time, we can start whatever midfield we want. It's the same thing with our left back. We have Nketiah, we have Calafiori. Right? It's the same thing with our keeping. Well, no. We only have 1 keeper. we don't have 1 keeper.
Don't talk about keeper, bro.
We need a keeper. We need a keeper. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody needs to trigger that 5 million release clause that keeper have and take him.
No, but I think this keeper from Leeds, what's his name? Mula. He played well, though. He played well, bro. He was even better than Kepa, bro. He was even better than Kepa. I think that is why Arteta has brought in. He's gonna slowly replace Kepa with him. You see,
bro. Kepa scare me nowadays, man. I ain't gonna lie. Kepa, I'm tired of Chelsea players, bro. I'm tired of Chelsea players.
That is why I told you about Madueke, bro. You kept
leave Madueke alone. That's my boy. Madueke gone. That's the only Chelsea player I'm going to tolerate.
My days.
I'm like, he irritates me too sometimes because he was getting on my nerves in this damn World Cup. Madueke, you see that goal that Madueke missed? Madueke beat the keeper. Leave him on the ground and kick the ball straight to the post.
Bro, there's a white line, bro. There's a white line showing that the pitch is ending here, bro. Every time he runs the ball out, every time he does it, and then he comes off, walking, smiling with his smile. What is that, bro?
Bro, it's coming from Chelsea, man. Give him a little time.
Okay.
It's coming from Chelsea.
If you talk about Chelsea, then
yeah, it's coming from Chelsea. Give him a little time. Big up Doublish in the building. Big up Doublish. Big up Doublish. Guys, remember to leave a like, all right? Remember to like the channel. You know what I mean? Hit that like button there. Do that damn thing there, all right? Do that damn thing.
Yes, people, let's get those likes up.
Remember, guys, Jigga_AFC. The link is in the description, so y'all can go ahead and subscribe to my boy channel. You know what I mean? Support. We're you know what I mean? Football is universal. And one person don't carry football, we all do. You know what I mean? So show him some love and give him some support. All right? W said, if Madueke can improve his output, he could be a class winner. That's what I'm telling you. Just give him time. I think he'll get it. Hopefully he get it while he's at Arsenal, not while he leave. Not while he leave, you know what I mean? Hopefully he get it while he's still at Arsenal, but yeah, that output is a problem, man. That
output is the main thing.
That output is a problem, man. Problem. Transfers. why are we? Let me see if I can put this in a nice way. Probably not. I'm just gonna say, but why when it comes down to transfer, why are we so slow? Why are we not progressive? You know what I mean? Like them other teams when it comes to transfer. Why do we have to take our time?
You are preaching to the choir, bro. I've been on about this issue for days, you know. Now it's intermediaries and then intermediaries and then agents, they have to get the fee. And then the agents, if they don't agree on the fee, then the deal proceeds. This is months. Today we're exploring. Tomorrow we are eyeing. Tomorrow we are accelerating and then advancing. You know, it's like that, bro. Weekly there's something new coming. Bruno, I think it went for months. Same thing with Morgan Rogers since May. They're saying we are offered since May, but I don't understand the way they keep you know.
Bro,
That is the problem.
you hear that the fee was 12 million, 80 million, no less than that as a beginning and stuff like that. Double said just up to Jigger. Yeah, man, big up.
Big up to Dublish, yeah.
I understand why you hate to see Naive now.
Nah, bro, this guy.
No, I get why when you see Naive it's a problem.
I don't do Naive, especially after this Vinny issue, bro. I don't want to see you know.
Well, guess what? You have a counteraction for Naive now because Barcelona grab them and give them a couple slap and take away Rodri. Say, bro, I think you can get this player. Don't do that, man. I mean, Naive, yeah, but where were we?
See, Naive already took you out. Now we were talking about the transfers being slow. We were talking about the Arsenal transfer being slow.
I mean, like Bruno transfer has been winding up since before the World Cup finish, and it's just been complete. You know what I mean? It's just been complete. Why these intermediate and all of that takes so long? Why Arsenal takes so long to even make a bid? Why not just wrap up this? Bruno could have been doing preseason.
Yeah.
You get me? Why are we so slow in selling players? Why is Gabriel Jesus still at the club? Why Reece Nelson still at the club? I'm looking at I see the team in training for the first time there, and I'm like, hold on, is that Reece?
Yeah, Reece is still there.
I forget Reece is still here. I'm like, is that Vieira? These guys are still here. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but I saw some news today that I think Jesus is getting linked with Napoli or something. I don't know if it's true.
I saw that. Jesus is linked with Napoli. Jesus and Algeria, I think they have the same agent. So that probably is one of what probably triggered the lead, and all of that. What's his name?
And Martinelli as well.
Right?
Yeah, and then Martinelli as well. I think Galatasaray are trying to, but it's not confirmed yet, you know. But I heard some rumors, you know, Napoli. But I don't think we'll sell Martinelli. We can only sell him until, I think first we need to get a replacement before we can sell him. I don't think we'll just.
Being that you talk about replacement, let me share this with everybody. Being that we're on the replacement subject.
Chiga said Vini's coming to Arsenal. I didn't say that, bro. I never said that, Naive. Don't. I don't know no Chinese Junior, bro. I don't rate that guy as well.
So, Gabriel Martinelli being linked with a move away all season. You know what I mean? Nothing has really been confirmed.
It would be a decent idea to keep Martinelli for now. Yeah, I think it will be decent. I think he'll be. We just need to keep him. But if Vinicius Junior had came, then we would have sold Martinelli. But for now, I think we can keep him. For now, I think we should keep him. Dublish, I think we should keep him.
What about this guy? Because I think this is a legitimate situation going on here.
Giga, you said it in your live stream. I don't remember, bro. And I don't remember. I don't remember talking about Vinicius. I don't know anything about Vinicius Junior anyway, bro. Nah, this is a fake account, bro. There's no David
That's not
Ospina.
David Austin account?
Yeah, that's a fake one. You know, there are a lot of fake accounts coming on, bro. I need to check every time correctly. You know, these guys, I don't know what they're doing. Because if you see the spelling of Ornstein,
I see
the
that.
first one and the second one is different. You understand?
I see. I see that.
There are a lot of guys, bro. But I saw the news as well for Yildiz, but Juventus were saying he's not for sale, bro.
Their adamant is not for sale, but is he not for sale for real though?
I don't believe it, bro. They say the same thing about Bruno Gamrage. They said he's not for sale until we moved on. So I think Arsenal, they should just go in and put in a bid, bro.
Arsenal don't do that. Arsenal don't work like that.
Yeah. We need to
You
do
know what I mean? Arsenal, they got to stretch the pants out first.
Yeah.
And when they think we had enough, they stretch us out a little more, and then they probably do something. But it doesn't come that easy for us. It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? W said if we get another left wing, it's all right to sell Yabi because we would also have Zolis and Madueke who can play there. Madueke is not going to go on the left, bro. The thing about it is this: we don't use left foot players over on the left for the wing position.
But I think there's one, but sometimes not like from I see Arteta sometimes you be putting him there, but it's not
that's when they really don't have a choice.
Yeah. No, but what options do you think we should go for? Right, I have some ideas, but I want to get your options for the left wing. Even the chat can chime in as well. But you're not gonna like the options I'm gonna tell you, but there are some options there.
Bro, I think Arsenal should take that same money that they were going to spend on Vinny Jr. Go over to Atletico Madrid, slap it on the table right in Diego Simeone's face, and say, "Give me Julian Alvarez."
No, but Alvarez does he play on the left though?
He does. He's a left side striker, so he can play right across the front line. He does. He played on the left wing. He played on the left wing for Argentina in that goal that he scored. His first World Cup goal, I think that was in this World Cup just finished. It was over on the left. It was a screamer. You know what I mean? So he does play over there. And if we have the likes of Alvarez over there, that's a devastating attack, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He can put in all the balls that Victor Yacker is going to kick and miss.
Did you see Victor Yokres in the Real Betis game, bro? I don't know what's happened, bro.
I told you, bro.
I'm worried about Yokres, bro. If he continues like this,
bro,
I'm worried, bro.
I was
his hold up play, bro. The way he holds the ball, oh my! I was like, come on, Victor.
I was all in, bro, because I see him training. I'm like, okay, Yacker is mean business this season. And I see him train, and then I watch him in the games. I'm like, you know what? Nah, not this season. We're defending champions, man. We ain't trying to win the league. We have the league. We're trying to get it, bro. Nah. Yacker is frustrating me more than Madueke. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, Madueke is waste, bro. Because Madueke, the problem with Madueke, you know what? When he gets on the ball and then he's driving at the defender, you be like, wow. See, you get on your feet, and then in the next 30 seconds, you're like, come, the ball is out. And then you see.
Okay, so where in the midst of that do you get excited with Victor Yacker on the ball? I'm scared when Yacker has the ball, bro.
you saw the way he's holding up the ball, like,
bro,
oh my.
I'm scared, bro. We need a striker, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's the reason why I think Alvarez is a good option.
For me, you know the thing with Yokres, I've seen this hold up play, anything that is fancy or he's just a tap-in guy. You're gonna tap it in or you're gonna use his muscle and take a shot. That is him, bro. Anything that is extra, nah, he's not doing it.
But bro, we don't want tap-ins, bro. We want person who can score. You know what I mean?
We delivered 21 goals, bro. When was the last time you had a striker who delivered?
How much of those were tap-in, bro?
No, but when was the last time you?
How much of those were tap-in, bro? I think all 21 of them was tap-in.
Yeah, and yeah, what do you and below and this team's in the bottom half, but we contributed 21 goals, and you didn't give us any assists. Odegaard was not giving anything. He was basically looking for Bukayo Saka all the time. We were feeding off scraps, but 21 goals for the start is okay. I think next season maybe he can probably try and get 30, 30,
Bro,
35
with the
goals.
way with the way Yaka started this preseason, bro.
Nah,
Come
bro,
on,
it's
man.
preseason, bro. Everyone was poor.
I don't care
Havertz
what
lost the
it's
ball in that mid. Havertz lost the ball in the midfield, in the middle. You saw on that third goal. Is it the third goal or something? The players are still getting warmed up, bro.
Yaka is not bad though. For real,
But
bro.
this Real Betis game. I think the news of Vinicius Junior spoiled everything. If you notice that game, everyone was like, the mood was very low in that game, bro. You could see everyone was a bit frustrated. I think they saw Ornstein's tweet that Real Madrid had up the offer and everything. Because, bro, the way we were getting beaten, before you know it's 2-0, bro, I'm like, what? What are these guys
Um,
doing?
Double said we could even spend 120 million on Alvarez, and I wouldn't be complaining. Of course, we can do that.
No, I
I
think
think,
Alvarez is good. I agree.
yeah, I think Alvarez will be very, very good for that left wing. You know what I mean? And I think that's the position that they were hunting him for. You know what I mean? And Vinny Jr. just the opportunity came to explore that, and they left and they jumped on that. Now Vinny used us for a better contract, and they got it. So now we got to we got to go back. We got to go back.
Did you see Dublish's last chatter? We can play Jorgensen.
W, are you mad? What are you drinking?
No,
That's
but I
crazy.
that would be crazy. But I think us now we have everything. I think attacking wise, that is where we have issues now. We need quality in our attack, bro. We need quality. We don't want to be relying on Bukayo Saka all the time. We already seen this guy is injured. We need someone on that left wing, that can be
You
that
mean
can
you mean
cause
Bakay Saka is
chaos.
on
But
the right
what
wing?
what about taking Marcus Rashford on loan? What's wrong with Rashford coming on loan, guys?
Bro, Rashford needs to stay where he is, bro. He needs to because he needs to he needs to stay at Manchester United. Uh, we need to stop being retirements home for these players.
Well,
We, we,
what about Nico Williams?
I'll entertain the idea of Nico Williams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll entertain the idea of Nico Williams
Mhm.
for sure.
And this guy also, what's his name? Rafa Leo. Rafa Leo, we always linked to him, bro. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
bro, Rafael is past his best, man.
You think so?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, but I think because Nico Williams, I think is a decent guy. He's a decent.
Hey, Nico Williams would be a good signing for
Mm,
us.
mm, mm.
Nico will be a good signing. So where do you think we're linked to now? Where do you think these links going from here as far as transfer and getting somebody in? Where do you see us needing to fill? You know what I mean? And who do you recommend that we get in those positions? For
There's
me, I think we need a striker,
Mhm.
a centre back, and a left wing.
For me, I'm agreeing with you on the left wing and the right back. I think the midfield is done. If we can get a left wing and a right back and a striker to replace maybe if Jesus goes. Why I'm going with the right back is most of our defenders are basically are all center midfielders. Inkepa is a center mid, tend to left back. Calafiori as well. Ben White as well. He was playing in the middle, then he went to right back. Moscara can do the job. We don't have a right back. So that I was thinking maybe if we can get a Wambasaka, a cheap one, put him there, or because I don't think Timber is going to be a full. If I don't know about this his injury now, but I don't think he'll be fully fit beginning of the season. Ben White is looking a bit rusty, but he is okay to start. That is why I wanted the right back. But a defender is needed. We agree a defender is going to be needed. Yeah, like what Dublis is saying, they were talking about Konsa. And I saw some news again about Konsa today. I think us now are still checking on Konsa. So the problem with Konsa is an English player, bro. Any player that is English, that transfer is very, very high. But attack is a lot of issues, bro. You saw the way we were struggling with goals last season. We will score 1-0 and then we defend. That's my thought.
Let's
Dublis is saying,
revisit. I know we're all over the place, but well, we haven't spoken a long time, so we haven't spoken a lot of stuff.
yeah.
Let's revisit the Champions League final, right? Um, if you look at the team that Arteta is building now, right? What would you say is corrective from what went wrong in the Champions League final? Because that Champions League final, I think that Champions League final hurt him, And I mean, and I don't think
Definitely.
it hurt him just because he lost. I think it hurt him because he couldn't compete. And I
Yeah,
think he wanted to fix that.
we couldn't. I think that is why you see he was trying to go for players that have played at the biggest stage, like this Vinicius Junior that have played in the Champions League finals. That have won league Champions Leagues. That is why he's going for these players, because he knows if he wants to win, he needs players like this. I think that was the idea behind it. So I think if we can get better quality attacking wise, I think we can really compete. And then the midfield, I think it is solid now. And because last season, you remember, Nogard was not playing. So Zubamendi, his performance ended up dropping drastically. We didn't notice Zubamendi. First half of the season, Zubamendi was so nice. But because Zubamendi was playing week in, week out, his performance levels dropped. Declan Rice was really the only guy that stood, even though he had an injury. So I think with Bruno coming in, and if we can keep as well Miles Lewis in that middle, I don't want Miles Lewis playing left. I want him in that mid because that is his natural position. Keep him there. You saw even in that final, he was the one player that was driving the ball forward, bro. He was brave on the ball for a 19-year-old, So, but that final was very, very. It was very, very. It was a hate. It was we defended so well, but bro, you don't want to play a game like that defending the whole game. And then Moscara ended up making the mistake, and but anyway, Kai Havertz had an opportunity he missed. Kai Havertz, you remember Kai Havertz had the second opportunity he missed. So let's see. I'm sure Arteta will look forward, and then he'll go back to the drawing board and see where he missed, and then he'll go back again. That is my thought.
Doubly saying there was a soccer documentary and he was talking about how Konsa was one of his best friends. So that would be nice. That ain't gonna have the price because it's not like Konsa don't want to come. It's not like he don't want to come. Liverpool slap
the,
a
the
60 mil on his head. That's
the price,
ridiculous.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That is ridiculous. So that's a problem. Not Liverpool. Aston Villa, say Liverpool. Aston Villa slap a
Aston
60
Villa,
mil on his
yeah,
head. You know what I mean? So that's where the problem really is. We ain't paying that for him. He's going to be a backup centre back. You know what I'm saying? So we
yeah.
can't, no. And he's not worth that either. It's not only that, he's not worth that. The problem with the UEFA Champions League final was the only way we could win was by getting a goal and defending. We need to retain the ball more and have more creative option for output. Okay, so it goes back to the question. Do we see where Arteta is trying to fix that problem that we had in the Champions League final? Do you think a Bruno Guimaraes helps solve one of that situation? Because don't you think a Bruno Guimaraes is kind of similar to Miles Lewis Kelly? Just
But Bruno,
probably more experienced and more aggressive.
yeah, because Bruno is good with these line breaking passes. He's gonna put those he likes to put one of those long balls and everything. The way Mouse Lewis Kelly plays exactly. So I think in that midfield we will dominate that midfield because Declan Rice alone, he suffered. So I think that is where we need to. But for me, I feel like the attack is where we are lacking. You need to have wingers that once they go, they catch a defender V1, they can expose the defender and score. That is the thing we are lacking. You know, that is the key
So
thing.
what attackers do we have to do stuff like that for us? None of our attackers really can do that. You know what I mean? Victor Yakares can't get the ball from his feet. You know what I'm saying? Kai Havertz.
Nah, Gyökeres is tapping, bro. Don't expect my Gyökeres. He needs to be there in the position.
But bro, if we're gonna be honest, don't we need more than that from our striker? I mean, like the compromising that we've been doing for years and causing us to be coming in second.
I think
you know
his profile is different. That is why you saw Arteta starting with Kai Havertz. Because Kai Havertz, that is his play where he links up play and everything. So that is why I like him, because he's coming in. He's a different. He's gonna cause something. He's gonna offer something different. He's gonna go in.
There is not smoke without fire, bro. Do you think that we should entertain this swap deal, this swap cash deal with Julian Alvarez and Victor Yakares?
No.
Why not?
I'm not. You know I'm not entertaining it, bro. I don't know why you ask.
So you don't want an elite striker?
I don't see the need, bro. I don't see the need. Alvarez is a decent. I think he had like 8 goals last season, 8 or 9 goals in La Liga last season. So what is there? What is he really offering that is different with what Gyökeres is given?
He's gonna be in a better team, so you're gonna score lots more goals.
I'm sticking with the guy that gave me 21 goals and I won the league. I'm gonna stick with him. In his first season. The last player who did this, I think it was Sanchez. So this season he can only get better.
You think he will?
You know you're asking the right person, bro. I believe it's gonna get better. You talk to Odegaard, you make sure we get supplied. But I think this season he's gonna improve, bro. I don't think it's gonna be the same. I think he's a bit acclimatized to the Premier League and everything. He definitely can do better this season. I don't see him falling off, you know. Havertz, Gyökeres, and Alvarez are all different, bro. Yeah. But I feel like Alvarez
and Alvarez is kind of similar.
Yeah. That was exactly what I was gonna say. Alvarez and Havertz can. That is the thing. Like, why we will need to bring Alvarez when we have Havertz?
Even their name is similar.
Huh?
Even their name is similar.
You know, that is the thing, and the price tag is expensive. But let's see. There's been talk about Alvarez again. You know, seems like the Alvarez talk has come up again. But for me, what I want, you know what? On the attack we have, let's bring Alvarez. Let's not swap. On the attackers we have, let's add him on. You know, so we have more options, and then we can get rid of people like Jesus. He can go, bro. Jesus can go. You know.
I think he's gonna go. It's not a matter of fact he can. I think he's gonna go.
One thing about Jesus, when it's preseason, he'll be balling, bro. If it's preseason, Jesus, you're gonna see the best. He's gonna be playing nice football.
Well, he need to play nice football to get himself on the market. That's what he needs to do.
Thank you.
I'd rather swap Alvarez rather than Yakares. I do definitely want to keep Alvarez though. So a swap deal is probably not the best option. Yeah. Well, I've been giving them that option from the other day. You know what I mean? It's more suitable to swap a Kai Havertz. You know what I mean? Because we do not have a Victor Yakares profile. You know what I mean? So it is more suitable to have swap a Kai Havertz where we're getting a like for like in that aspect. But at the end of the day, Kai Havertz is a player that will cope with goods. You know what I mean? When needed. He links us very well with the other players. Yeah. And stuff. So we're really gonna be missing, you know what I mean, a Kai Havertz if we let him go. I don't think there's any intention. I don't think Kai Havertz was even considered to be on the market. Period.
Nah. Arteta is not,
you know what I mean?
Right now, he's not selling Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is this guy. If there's one player he trusts, it's Kai Havertz. We all know that.
What do you think? What's your take on captain? What's your take on the captain?
Odegaard. You mean in terms of selling him or what?
No, no, yeah. In terms of him this season, what's the expectation? You know what I mean? Do you think it's gonna be a hit or miss? You know what I mean? What we're looking forward to?
Yeah, we want our Odegaard back, bro. The 2022-2023 season, right? The Odegaard. Yeah, I think because of the injuries he's been getting, he's not really been playing this season. But in the World Cup, he did well. In the World Cup, he did well.
Well, that's the
You
point I
know,
was gonna make. Does the World Cup show us a glimpse of the old Odegaard that we have? Do we have any hope? You know what I mean? Can we look forward to?
yeah, I think we can look forward. Bro. I think that the injuries stopped his momentum because I think he was getting injured, coming back, getting injured. So I feel like it really messed up his momentum. If we can get a fit Odegaard, I think we can really see a different player grow in his back because Odegaard is on a good day he can play so well. My only issue with Odegaard has always been when we're playing big games, he's always in the shadows. He sort of disappears in the big games. You see most of the time Declan Rice is the one that is really leading the team, shouting at Eze. He's just a little bit more chilled. And when we're looking for a captain, we don't see it in him. But Declan Rice, you can see his domination. He's even controlling everyone, bro.
So is that
Is
such a bad thing? Does the captain always have to be loud and boisterous?
I, the problem is we come from Vieira days, bro. We come from Roy Keane days, where we see this type of things, in football. This is the
Did,
problem.
did,
This
did
is the
you see
football.
Odegaard captaincy in the World Cup? Did you see what happened in the Brazil game?
Yeah,
Did
yeah, I
you see
saw,
how he command his players?
I
One
saw, I saw.
shout, one lift up. You know when you're watching a Viking movie and the king they're making a lot of noise and the king get up and speak one time and everybody disappear? That's what happened. Everybody was
Yep.
rushing to fight and he just went there and said, "Stop, go." I mean, like the entire scene was clean.
Yeah, but the problem is the player profiles are different. The players in the country, they're not playing the same level as Odegaard is playing. Whereas in Arsenal, you have your Declan Rices, bro, who's a natural leader. He was a captain for West Ham at a young age, and he's a vocal person. Probably he's just vocal. And then now Bruno is coming in as well. Bruno also was a captain in Newcastle. He's another vocal as well. So I don't know, bro, but I feel like sometimes he's not leading the team. And sometimes the performances are not. Where's the Odegaard, bro? Where's the Odegaard? Where are those through balls? You don't
Well,
find them.
I think we can agree to disagree that Declan Rice was the one that was basically leading the team last season. And I mean, we can agree to disagree because
Yeah.
um, he has shown that he has gained that respect.
Mm.
You know what I mean, and stuff like that. So yeah, I think he was fantastic last season. I've been vouching for him to get the armband, but I know it's never going to happen while Odegaard is still there. And I
Yeah.
don't know if we're ready to part way with Odegaard yet because I still can't see that Odegaard coming out.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Well, an injury-free season this season, we can see him coming out. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Nah, I think Odegaard, we still need him. We still need him. He's good. He's good. Even the high press is the one guy that is always leading this high press. You see him telling people push, push. But off the ball is a good, but sometimes it just disappears, and you're like, we need you, Odegaard, bro. So, but I think last season is he didn't reach his level because of the injuries, and we also, we. But now I think it's better. Before we didn't have, now they can interchange with Eze. Sometimes Eze is coming on, sometimes it's coming off. So when they change, fresh legs. When you saw how he played when he came in that Newcastle game, you remember that Newcastle game when Odegaard came on, the game just changed. Even Eddie Howe was talking about, you know. So that is, let's see this season how it's going to be. Let's see.
Oh, what's your take on Eze? How do you view Eze this season?
uh, I think it was average. I think it was really average for Messi. Sometimes he can be just casual. That's the thing that pisses me off. Sometimes he can be a bit casual. He's there in the game, but you don't see him really in the game. but slowly you could see he's starting to look like the Arsenal, the Arteta player. You can see now he's starting growing to fight for Jews, pressing at the end of the season. But I think he's one of those players where where you could say, of course, he has helped us because he scored in the Tottenham games. And what better game to score than the Tottenham game? Home, both games, home and away, a club that you were trying to sign for as well. So I'm overly happy with Eze. I'm not going to go all in, but I think there's still a player there. There's still a player that we need to see more from Eze. But I don't think playing him on the left wing is a good idea. On the left wing, it's not his side, but the left wing is definitely nah.
Well, being that we're over on the left wing, Christopher Zollis.
Christopher Zoli seems decent, bro. Seems decent. He seems I feel like there's a player there, but the real Betis game, I feel like he was a bit under the radar. But the first game we played what the first game preseason. It's it's Deportivo, what I'm forgetting the team we played. That time he played well. And his corners are good, bro.
Girona.
Girona, exactly. Girona. He played well in that game. And his corners are good as well. He has some good corners. But we will see. We will see how it's gonna. But so far it's looking good. So far it's looking good. I'm not really looking forward much to him to like he needs to. I don't think we should be putting that pressure on him that you should be really, delivering goals and assists. I think it's a young kid. That will definitely need time. It's gonna be a process for him. Probably Martinelli is gonna be starting most of the game.
If he's
Probably
not sold.
Martinelli.
What do you think is a problem with Martinelli? Why have his growth stopped?
I don't know, bro. Maybe it's because we defend too much. Maybe it's because we always trying to back to defend or what. But I feel like he has dropped off so much, bro. Even sometimes V1 with the defender, he cannot even get past the defender anymore. He cannot even get past the defender. Before you know it, he loses the ball. The confidence has been so low. How many goals did he score last season?
One in the Premier
One.
League.
One.
Yep, one in the Premier League. And I think 5 in the Champions League.
Champions League was balling. Yeah. So those are the things, bro. You're looking at that season. He had 15 goals, right?
First season.
Yeah, I think it was 15 or something. So
Yeah.
I don't understand what happened. Is it because of our playing style now that we defend so much, or? But sometimes even when you see him getting on the ball, right? Are you confident enough when he's attacking? Even you're not confident.
No, he has fallen off. To be honest with you, he has fallen off. What do we do with him? We know the quality. We do know the quality. We know the player. You get me? So do we try to see if we can get him up to par? Do we sell him to be somebody else's problem? What do we do?
I think if we get an offer this transfer, we sell him, bro. If offers come, we sell him and then we bring in. But the problem is the left wing is a lot of the options are very limited on the left. That. But I think for me, we can sell him if we get offers. But I think Dublish was saying we can still keep him or something. But I think we can sell him, bro. If we can get replacement. They were talking also about this Everton winger. You know him, right? Ilham Yundai. Yeah.
You see, we're going to be linked with a lot of left wingers right now. We just missed out on the prime target, so to speak. So every left winger on the market that a slight chance of moving, we're going to be linked with. So I don't know. How are we looking for this season?
Let's see. Sorry?
How are we looking for this season?
I think the season starting in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, I think so.
21, we are playing on a Friday against Coventry. It's going to be the first game against Coventry. We're playing Lampard's team.
Today is Friday, right? Today it's Friday. Exactly 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited for the season. I'm excited for the season. I'm looking for Arsenal to do a back to back. You know, I think Arsenal should try and go back to back. Like, you know, should do a back to back. And but it's gonna rest on the recruitment. You know, I think the recruitment, once we get the full recruitment, I think we'll have a good picture, bro. Like, are we confident with the team at the moment? Our attack, I'm not so confident with the attack. You know, I don't know. Maybe Arteta and Andre Beta still have a lot of work to do. They definitely have a lot of work to do, because I don't think going in with this attack is gonna be enough. You know, of course, I was gonna ask you about Arteta. Do you think he's going to play his same style? Do you think he's going to play the same style he was playing last season, or do you think he might want to go back to the 2022, 2023? You know, or he's
I
just
think
going to keep on?
I think he wants to move away from that side. I think Arteta went safe because that was the only way to progress. You know what I mean? It seems like a strategist to me. You know what I mean? And what I think he did was he built from the back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The back line has been the best in the Premier League in football, pretty much on a large scale. And he went and he had Declan Rice to that. You get me? He went and he tried to add Martin Zuerman to that. That was not enough. You know what I mean? He moved back Lewis Kelly in the middle to his natural position, and it works out. It works out. Still not enough. You know what I mean? He went over to Newcastle and took the captain. You know what I mean? So I think the midfield is now complete. He went and he put Madueke with Saka. You know what I mean? Which I think would have been so brilliant if Madueke could have finished. He tried with Victor Gyökeres and Kai Havertz, which is two different players. You know what I mean? But both of them are headaches at times in their own rights. You know what I'm saying? So you can see where he's trying to push the team in the direction that he needs to do it. You know what I mean? It's just that some signings are going to be a hit and miss. Right?
Yeah,
so what we need to do is we need to know when to move on from a signing that doesn't work. And I don't think we've been doing that. I just said when the game Champions League finished that some tough decisions are going to have to be made. I haven't seen him make any tough decisions yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would assume that some tough decisions mean that persons that are probably fan favorites are going to leave for better players. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm weighing the stream, and before I go to the front, let me say this. Happy Independence Day to Jamaica, man. You know what I mean? Happy Independence Day to my
How many years?
people.
64 or what? 64,
64.
Yeah, happy independence.
We're 64 years old, you know what I mean? 64 since we've been emancipated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was a beautiful day yesterday.
Did you celebrate? Did you celebrate yesterday?
I wasn't there. You know what I mean? But you know, I'm always celebrating with home in my heart.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Of course.
Definitely. It's just good to see an occasion like this, the unity that it brings.
Yeah.
You get me? Yeah. So it was fun. I celebrated because I sat and watched the Grand Gala, you know, and just feel proud and all that. So yeah. 64 and counting. Happy birthday, my friend. 64 years pandem. Yeah, 64 years pandem, man, and counting. So we're not being a slave again. Oh no.
Yeah, bro. Anyway, I know you were working, but you're supposed to celebrate, you know. Anyway, I know
I celebrate everything that we have as Jamaican, man. You know what I mean? I do.
Celebrate in the heart, bro. Yeah.
I do, man.
Because the work has to be done, you know. The work.
Yeah, we don't stop and celebrate. We celebrate while we're working.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So that was it. But yeah, Fantastic day.
Mm.
What's the expectation? What's the expectation for the season?
We should win the league, bro. We
Yeah.
should win the league.
What about the Champions League?
Yeah, that is the main one. That is the main one. We need to be really winning. That is the main one. We should be really bad. I think if we address our attack, then we have a strong chance. If we don't address our attacking properly, we will not have a chance, bro. Because the way Real Madrid is Real Madrid, PSG, we have a lot of competition. There's gonna be Bayern as well. So it's a thing we need to see once the transfers are done. How is the team looking? But I think a Champions League it's been long waited. We need it now. We need it. It's been long.
Think we can do it though? That's a genuine question. Do you think we can do it this season? I mean, like we've done the channels. It's quarterfinal, semifinal, and final. Right? That's the route that we have been in the last 3 years. Respectively, quarterfinal, semifinal, and final. You know what I mean? So, do you think we do it this year?
We can. I think they have an experience now. I think you can see when we played that final as well that the stage even got to the players. So now I think the players now they have a feel of the final. You saw even Declan Rice once the game finished, he was still smiling. It was like, I'm gonna come back for you guys. He was smiling, Declan Rice. He was like grinning, like, I'll come back. So I think now the players know what it feels like to be playing in the final, and we just need to make sure we address our attacking. We bring more firepower. If we can be managing to bring more firepower, then we have a good chance. But if we are going with the team we have now, it's gonna be a bit difficult. It's gonna be unless Martinelli decides to go on a crazy form. He decides to go back to the old Martinelli we once fell in love with. Maybe then.
I think he can do it, man. I have faith in Martinelli, What part I faith in Martinelli? It's just that it's frustrating to see how far back he's gone. You know what I mean? Sometimes I wonder if moving his position is probably the best thing for him. You know what I mean? Because he feels very comfortable, effortless in the middle of the park. You know what I mean? I watched him play for Brazil in the middle of the park, and I think Brazil lost when they take him off. You know what I mean? Yeah, he was doing very, very well in the middle of the park when he was playing that box to box midfielder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when he's in Brazil as well, he's playing very well. When he's in Brazil, he's playing very well. I think he's playing in the middle. Where was he playing? I think they played.
I think he was playing as an 8.
Yeah.
I think he was playing a box to box midfielder. But I think what the coach was capitalized on is strength, both ways, defense and attack.
Yeah.
So every Brazilian, Cafu just came out the other day and said he thinks the best striker Brazil right now is Gabriel Martinelli.
Yeah, even in the national team, he's always getting called up, bro. Even though we are always calling him out, but every time in the national team, they always bring him.
You have anything to add, Jigga? Because I know it's late for you, man, and this is our first stream, so let's just exercise and take our time, blend you in.
Nah, bro. I think I'm all in. I think I've exercised enough. I don't know if you still have anything,
bro. No, well, hopefully we can achieve the goals that we set this season. You know what I mean? Because the bars have been raised last season. You know what I mean? The bars have been raised last season. We need to take it up a notch.
We cannot do a one season wonder. No.
Everybody is fearful of the dynasty that we're going into the Arsenal era. You know what I mean? Everybody is fearful of that. We need to help drive that fear further inside them. We need to get our signings right. You know what I mean? We need to get our signings right. We need to be more precise and be more fast. more when it comes to our transfer, you know. And we need to
Yeah,
hit the
bro.
ground running. We need to hit the ground running, not just getting signings right, and we need to hit the ground running, right?
Yeah, let's bring some quality signing.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it for me. Um, so what next for you, Jigga?
To maybe tomorrow I'll have a stream around 10 p.m. in the night. I might have a stream tomorrow. On Sunday maybe I'll be late back at home. I'm not sure. I'm not yet. But if some news comes out, if we decide to if Alvarez, if there's any news, I'll just have a live stream. Nowadays I'm trying to do some. I think live streams are more better because you're engaging with the with the chat and everything. But I'm available. I'm available, bro. I think we can meet on Monday. We can meet on Monday. I'll confirm for you on Sunday, but we can do the stream on Monday. If it's not Monday, to be Tuesday. But I was planning for it to be Monday.
All right. Okay, let's do that confirmation earlier so we can understand where we're going. As I said, the league is coming up. The league is coming up, and we need to not need to figure this out. This Friday stream is going to be constant. Going forward. So yeah, I need to find out. I need to give this Friday stream a name. I know exactly what I want to do with this Friday stream. To be honest with you, I know exactly where the direction I want to go with it. But yeah, I definitely know. It's nice to conversate, with other persons as well while you're doing your stream. So collab is a good thing, you know what I mean? And we just need to do some more of it.
Definitely, bro. Definitely.
Yeah, do some more of it. I have some project in the works that I'm thinking, I'm jotting down. I'm working on some project. You know my brain work, right? Brain always working a certain way. So
yeah.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Whatever improves the channel, we are all in. If it's helping the community, we are all in on that one.
Yeah, man. I have some project that I'm thinking about and I want to do. Just need to figure some more stuff out. But how about those guys that used to stream with?
I'm gonna catch them because this guy he just had a newborn baby, so he was kind of like low key streaming because I think because he was taking it because of the baby and everything. But he has been telling me he's available. So soon I'm a link with him. I can get him on, but probably timing is gonna be difficult because for him there's gonna be timing issues. So we will see. We will link up. We can even decide to have 3 people together because the more the people, the more the merry, bro. It is more interesting when we get different opinions. But I'll link up with them as well.
Well, it's time to go hard or go home. I ain't planning. I ain't planning on going home, so I'm going to go hard. You know what I mean? I'm going to go hard. It's been fabulous talking to you, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Good to
bro.
see you again.
It's good to see you again. I don't know, bro. It's my Wi-Fi or yours, but it's breaking your side. I don't know. Maybe it's mine.
I think mine breaks sometimes. I think yours is fine.
Okay.
StreamYard does that to me. I don't know why. At this time of day, StreamYard does that to me. I don't understand why.
There's a timing also.
Yeah, at this exact time of day. Now, whenever I stream this time of day, this is what StreamYard does to me. Just break it up sometimes and be in and out and all of that.
Sometimes I hear people complaining that probably it's because the StreamYard will be busy, so maybe that's why.
I think it's busy at this time of day.
I don't know, bro. I hear a lot of people complaining, saying the same thing. Sometimes they're facing some issues also.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you for stopping by, Jigga.
Thank you for catching up. Big up to the chat. Thank you for joining us, guys. You've been asking for Riley and Jigga. You have them.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
but all right, man. I probably
Okay, man.
I let you go sleep. You got probably keep it a little bit more with these guys.
Okay, okay.
All right. As I know it's
Okay,
about
man.
what time is it? About 2 o'clock?
Yeah, 217, bro. 217.
Damn, man.
Yeah,
Damn.
217.
Apologies for having you up so late, man.
You know, bro, it's the grind, bro. You don't have an option, bro. That is the grind, bro. There's no option. Okay,
All
man.
right, man. We'll link up.
We'll link up with you, huh? Big up to the chat, guys. Take care of Riley. You know, I'm out.
Peace out, man.
Big up to the chat. See you, bro.
Yes, people, yes, that was Jigga. The Jigga and Riley link up is doing the rounds again. You know what I mean? It's been fantastic catching up with Jigga. You know what I mean? The season is coming. The season is coming. So we definitely getting it together. Just making sure that we are getting ready for the season. You know what I mean? Yes, so with that being said, a lot of things still going on. A lot of transfer rumors still going on. I think I just got a message that Liverpool just signed a player. Liverpool just signed Ronald Araujo. You know what I mean? A loan from Barcelona. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that player, really. But yeah, it's a breaking news, so gotta be a decent output for a player, you know. So Arsenal moving on from this Bruno Guimaraes, not this Bruno, Arsenal moving on from this Vinny Jr. situation, right? And we have been linked with a lot of persons still. You know what I mean? One of the people still being linked. You know what I mean? Seems like our prime target has gone back to Julian Alvarez. You know what I mean? It seems like we've gone back to Julian Alvarez as our prime target. But if Julian Alvarez making a U-turn at Atletico Madrid, even the links with him and Barcelona seem to be going cold a bit. You know what I mean? Him and Barcelona seem to be going cold. I haven't really heard nothing. I don't know if he's off his vacation yet. I think he's still on holiday. I should be reporting anytime soon. But there was reports out there that he is going to apologize to Diego Simeone and Atletico Madrid. Those are what's been out there. So let's see how much fire this one take, right? Let's see how much fire this one take. Yildiz is another one that Arsenal have been linked to. However, we were told by Juventus that player is not for sale at any price, right? Nico Williams also we have been linked to. So we've been linked to a whole host of people. Everybody. Rashford, we've been linking to Rashford. I don't know why. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, I do not know why we're linked with Rashford so much. Not a player that I really want to see at Arsenal, to be honest with you. And stuff like that. Player that's been linked away. You know what I mean? For some reason, I don't know how Manchester United get a link with Miles Lewis-Skelly. You know what I mean? That's crazy to me. I see Arsenal put out a documentary today advertising the sponsorship. You know what I mean? I forget what the sponsorship was about. Was it Adidas or was it Emirates? I think it was the Emirates. I think it was the Emirates. Advertising the renewal sponsorship with the Emirates. You know what I mean? And Arteta did it with Miles Lewis-Skelly, right? So if there's any indication to me that Miles is going nowhere, that tells me. You get what I'm saying? That tells me that Miles is going nowhere. And why would he? Why would he? If you look at the whole situation with Miles Lewis-Skelly, the midfielders that we have are of a certain age. Miles Lewis-Skelly is 19. That's the future of our midfield right there. You know what I mean? If you're going to take a player like Miles Lewis-Skelly and sell it just to do a prove to people that, oh, Arsenal can sell players, hell no. That doesn't make sense. That don't make sense. So, Zubimendi has been linked as well. Zubimendi has been linked with the likes of Real Madrid after they were beat up and hijacked by Barcelona for the Rodri deal. You know what I mean? I heard that it's a $75 million package. I don't know if that's a final price or whatever. You know what I mean? But it seems to be that Rodri wants Barcelona. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't understand how the U-turn came so fast. You know what I mean? But the moment Barcelona was putting an interest in this Rodri, it was just Barcelona only. You know what I mean? And I do understand though. I do understand because that's like almost a completion of the Spain team right there. Yes, I'm saying he played so well with the Spain team in the World Cup. Then I can understand why he wants to continue that situation, and Barcelona will suit his playing style better than Real Madrid. But I think Real Madrid needed him more than Barcelona. You know what I mean? Because Real Madrid have replaced those midfield that midfielders that retired and leave. And that's the reason why they're struggling so much. They don't have that glue. You know what I mean? They don't have that glue that pulls the team together. They don't have that player that sits in the middle of the park and just passes the ball around. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So they needed a Rodri more than a Barcelona did. I guess that's the reason why they're going for the next best, or probably the second best, as some people say, in Martin Zubimendi. You know what I mean? But is Martin Zubimendi for sale? I do not think so. I doubt it. You know what I mean? The links are there. So Chelsea was also linked with Zubimendi. You know what I mean? And all of that. But I think Zubimendi, I don't see that happening. I don't see Zubimendi leaving Arsenal at all. At least not this season. Not this season. What is doing the rounds today? The Bruno Guimaraes have not been announced yet. When are they going to do it? I don't know. You know, Arsenal take them time to do whatever they want to do. Because they can. You know what I mean? They're the Arsenal. That's what we do. We stress out everybody. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Stress out everybody. That's what we do. Coutinho Romero was linked to Arsenal today. I think that's pretty much rubbish. Away quickly, you know what I mean, and all of that. Tottenham don't want to sell him to Arsenal. Arsenal, I think they inquire about him for him. You know what I mean? But they're not going to sell him to Arsenal. I almost guarantee. Matteo in the building. Matteo, what's up, Matteo? How are you, man? How are you doing? Matteo said hi. Big up yourself, Matteo. Big up yourself. Yeah. So Coutinho was late. I think is probably. I think Atletico Madrid is the more likely place that he gonna be, right? I think that's where it's more likely that he will end up. You know what I mean? You know, plus they had Argentina link up, which the boss is Argentinian and all of that. You know what I mean? This link with Julian Alvarez, I don't know how much fire he gonna take. You know what I mean? Because as I said, Argentine link up. I think Diego Simeone can talk to Julian Alvarez and get what he wants from him. What he wants out of him, or get the behavior that he wants him to portray. You get me? I think that can happen. Yes. And I think probably that's what might happen because everybody is looking to have at least a strong team to enter this tournament, this competition, and especially these Champions League games. You know what I mean? And yeah, so there's so much to look forward to. Still plenty stories out there that is unfinished. Boade seems to be edging closer to Manchester City. You know what I mean? Manchester City, that's a fantastic talent. Fantastic talent. Boade, I don't see the reason why Arsenal would have gone for a Boade. You know what I mean? As I said, I'm going to keep on calling this name until people understand how much I rate this kid. Miles Lewis Kelly. Why do we need a Boade when we have a Miles Lewis Kelly? You get what I'm saying? I think we're perfect in that era. We just signed Bruno, you know what I mean? And we have Miles Lewis Kelly coming through the ranks. So it is fine. I think we're stuck in that era. We have players that we're looking at what's going to become of them. We have Ethan Waneri. We're not sure what's becoming of Ethan Waneri. We heard that Leipzig is showing an interest in Ethan. Waneri. Arsenal is trying to the Leipzig want to buy each of Waneri. Arsenal only sell if they get to put in a buyback clause in that contract, right? And I think that's a smart move. I think these are how Arsenal should start moving. We can't just get up and just give away our best players. You know what I mean? That just don't make sense to me. We can't be getting up, giving away our best players just like that. No. So, yeah. A buyback clause is the way to go and is a way to move forward. No. And days. You know what I mean? If you look at Real Madrid, how much players Real Madrid put a buyback clause in their contract, you know what I mean, and turn and make so much money from them. So much money from these players. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? So we need to adapt and we need to get with the program. We suck at selling players. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So Berta is in the driver's seat now, you know what I mean? Very experienced. As you can see, it's getting players over the line in typical Arsenal fashion way, you know what I mean? But they're arriving nevertheless. Maybe a little bit slow on their arrival, but they're still arriving. You know what I mean? So yeah, we are looking forward. What else do we have doing the rounds today, man? Arsenal next preseason is on Wednesday. You know what I mean? Next preseason game is on Wednesday. We might see. I wonder if they're waiting that long before they unveil Bruno Guimaraes. You know what I mean? We should expect him to play in that game. You know what I mean? We're expecting a Bruno Guimaraes to be playing in that game. I see where the players on holidays are coming back. A lot of them have been at the training facility in London already, waiting on the arrival of their teammates. You know what I mean? Waiting on the arrival of their teammates. So yeah, we should have some more intense training. We should have a better look squad for the game on Wednesday. Who we playing on Wednesday again? Let me see if I can find who we playing on Wednesday. Wednesday. Okay, got you. Como. So we're playing Como on Wednesday. That should be a good run out. You know what I mean? That should be a good run out. Yes. So we're playing Como on Wednesday. It's welcome home, says Fabregas. Yes, welcome home, says Fabregas. So we should have a pretty decent game on that. You know what I mean? Then our next game after that is a Community Shield against Manchester City. 9 a.m. my time in the morning. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can do a watch along on that Como game. At least the second half. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can carry at least the second half. Gabriel Jesus has been linked to Napoli. That's one of what doing the rounds right now as well. So let's see if that materializes. You know what I mean? And get done. Let's see if that materializes and get done. Tomiyasu, you remember Tomiyasu? I'm so happy for Tomiyasu, man. Tomiyasu has joined Crystal Palace as a free agent. You know what I mean? Such a horrible injury seasons at Arsenal that we had to cut ties with him. You know what I mean? And just set him loose. You know what I mean? But Tomiyasu is on the road to recovery, and he is looking very, very good. You know what I mean? He played in the World Cup with Japan as well. Played in the World Cup with Japan. He was on trial over at Crystal Palace, and it seems like he has done it. He has made it. You know what I mean? I don't think Tomiyasu footballing ability was ever in question. I think the trial was just about his fitness. You know what I mean? Because he's a fantastic footballer. You know what I mean? So much so that I think persons are wondering, why didn't Arsenal go for him? We need a right back as a backup. Why didn't we go for him? You know what I mean? Free agent. So we could have we already let him go for free. We could have signed him back for free. You know what I mean? But I think there's too much scar here, man. I think there's too much scar probably for both teams, for both player and Arsenal Football Club. Because He was injured for a long time. Long time. You know what I mean? So probably a new chapter is what's best for him at this stage in his career. You know what I mean? Probably a less demanding team as well in the likes of Crystal Palace. So we wish Tommy all the best, man. All the best, Tommy. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah. I think that's mostly what we got for today, guys. Mostly what we got for today. Not into the shouting and I'm just reasoning today. I mean, a bit tired, so yeah. But guys, comment below. Let me know what you guys think. You know what I mean? Appreciate you guys for being here. Definitely appreciate you guys for being here. We will be back again tonight for sure. We will be back again tonight. For sure, no matter what time. You know what I mean? We did a late stream last night. Late stream last night. So let's see what we're up against tonight. And we will just go forward from there. But this has been Riley's World, people. You know what I mean? This has been Riley's World. Appreciate you guys for passing through, hanging out, you know what I mean, participating and all of that stuff. You get me? Big up on the damn self, you know what I mean? Thank you guys, and we will see you guys again later. Yeah, man, we will see you guys again later. So until then, people, peace. I'm out.